Mr. Carey is recognized for questions.
I want to thank the chairman and thank the ranking member for having this very important hearing, but more importantly, I want to thank you guys. We obviously had a busy day today, and I'm glad that you were able to stay around and let us ask you a few questions. Hopefully you got some lunch in between time? Okay. I'm fortunate that my home state of Ohio is a proponent for school choice. It already directs more than $100 million to private schools through the expansion of our voucher. In the city of Columbus, and I split that with my colleague Joyce Beatty, at least 25% of the city's public school students are now attending charter schools. Recent legislative changes expanded our scholarship programs, which means every Ohio family, regardless of income or school district, is now eligible for aid to go to a private institution. Ohio families can earn up to 450% of the federal poverty level, that's $135,000 per family of four, can receive the full amount of a scholarship offered in year 23-24. That's $8,407 for high school students. That is $6,165 for K through 8 students. I'm also a proud co-sponsor with my colleague Adrian Smith's legislation, the Educational Choice for Children's Act. Additionally, I'm co-sponsor of the Freedom to Invest in Tomorrow's Workforce Act. Central Ohio is booming. We really are. Between Intel coming in on one side of us, we've got Honda building a new battery facility, Honda LG building a new battery facility. We're going to need to be able to fill those positions, and we're going to need to be able to fill it with people that are well-trained. I want to ask Mr. Redmond, I want to give you as much time as you possibly can. I've been hearing from a bunch of the organizations, as I mentioned, I've been really active in this space, that are part of this Tomorrow's Workforce Coalition, which supports the Freedom to Invest in Tomorrow's Workforce Ask. And if I have it right, I believe that the Commercial Vehicle Trading Association is a member of that coalition. Could you just talk further about how critical this proposal is and why your group supports it and who is most likely to benefit from this?
Thank you, Congressman. So we absolutely support this action. And in the trucking world, as you may already know, that there's a great shortage of drivers, huge shortage of drivers. So we need to do whatever we can to try to help bridge that gap. I've said once or twice, just more or less just in talk and passing, that I could put in, we only have one school in Oklahoma City. I could put an American truck training in every state in the country and still not make a dent in the shortage, So we need to do whatever we have to, which includes obviously the 529 plan, to give folks an opportunity to use those funds or any other funds that they can in order to go to a program like mine and other trucking schools. The inflation and all the other things that's happened to our country that's just made it harder for folks. Some folks are jumping out of other careers to go into trucking because there's more income. There's a couple of reasons why folks would go out of trucking, out of their current career into trucking, because A, more income, Then there's those folks who are just, and even those folks who wanted more income, they just can't stop and go to a 4-year college and get a degree. They can't stop their life for 4 years. So trucking is 4 to 6 weeks, $5,000, and they come out making very good income, like $60,000 to $100,000, like I mentioned before, in their first year. So, and then there's those folks who are, it's not just so much as a move from another job. It could be just, they just want a better life, They're in poverty. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do with their life. And then all of a sudden, an opportunity for trucking comes along, and they find out, hey, I have this money, maybe from a 529 or something else, if it were already in place, to be able to spend for school. But it's not like it's $40,000 for like a college education. It's $5,000-ish, give or take. And so from that standpoint, I think just anything we can do to support something like that is just going to just help bridge the gap for truck drivers to get out, be trained properly and help our country succeed.
And I will tell you, Mr. Edmund, you were great on the time because we are just about out of time with my line of questioning. So, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you.